Well, there is a big encounter tomorrow. It's Real Madrid hosting Man City at the Lighting Stadio Bernabeu. It's going to be a tantalizing game that's going to be taking place there, because this is really eye-catching, mouth-watering, that everyone is going to be mesmerized to really have a look at these two teams that have gone ahead to really see themselves meet again in the semi-final like they meet last season. Last season, Man City were knocked out. Why? They scored 3-2 and won the game at Etihad. Away at Santiago Bernabeu, I think won it 2-0, I think 3-1, yeah? That's how Madrid won, and Madrid knocked them out and they went all the way to beat Liverpool in the finale by 1-0 and lifted the other Champions League trophy. So welcome to this channel. Haaland Debryune is my name. We are here to give you a little bit of a preview of this big game that the entire world is going to be really watching. Madrid comes into this game after lifting the Copa del Rey, and they found themselves really beating a team that you can't all out say that it was really strong as Man City. But to me, I respect finales, because a finale can go either way. But Madrid found themselves beating Osasuna by 2-1, and guess who on the score sheet? It was Rodrigo in the 2nd minute and the 70th minute that really saw Madrid really win this game of football. And Madrid had Courtiers in goal, Carvajal, Militao, Alaba, and Camavinga played as the left back, Valverde, Tchouaméni, Kroos into the midfield three, and Rodrigo, Benzema, Vinicius Jr. came in through and obviously played into that midfield. But with the return of a player known as Luka Modric, I think Tchouaméni might find himself out of that midfield, and they will field Toni Kroos, Valverde, and Luka Modric, because experience is really going to be so much important into this game that is going to decide on who is really going to be into the finale. First leg, very important, and it might play in favor of Man City. I support United and wouldn't like to play in the favor of City, because this time around it's City playing last. The other time Madrid played at home last. This time Madrid is hosting the game at home, and it's going to end in Etihad. Now, there are differences for Real Madrid that, how much they added in Tchouaméni. Who else did they add in? I think they never brought in very many players. But Man City brought in Akanji. Man City brought in Erling Haaland. There is Julian Alves. So those kind of players that they brought in have gone ahead to really add a lot to their system. And I think we need to find ourselves in a Real Madrid will need to find itself in a position of stopping Erling Haaland, because Haaland is really one of those players that is really in epic form. I don't underestimate the duty of and the ability of Karim Benzema. But right now, the most threatening of all is Erling Haaland, because he's topping the list of the top scorers into the Champions League. He's having 12 goals. That is Erling Haaland, and I think he's followed by let's see. He's followed by Mohamed Salah, is having 8 and 1 penalty. Then Kylian Mbappe is having 7. You understand? So that shows you that Karim Benzema has not been that kind of player who's gone ahead to really score very many goals this season. Because when you look at this season, Karim Benzema is having only 4, right? Only 4 goals this season, meaning that he went ahead and really had a very brilliant Champions League last season, and he scored close to 12 and scored close to 14-15 goals last season. But this time around he has found himself in a lot of injuries that have gone ahead to see him blow hot and cold, and his appearances have been on and off, and his appearances have not been constant. That has really gone ahead to cost him as a player for a side known as Real Madrid. But he's back, fully fit and ready to take on this Man City side. And remember, Real Madrid just said that they've gone ahead to rule themselves out of winning the La Liga, and their main aim is to go ahead and really win the Champions League. But let's look at how Pep Guardiola is going to go ahead and play, because in the weekend, they beat Leeds by 2-1. But if at all you never watched that game of football, the result will show you that that game was close. But Man City would have gone ahead to kill that game in the first half with lots of goals, like 7. But Haaland missed sitters, Kevin De Bruyne, Jack Grealish, and very many other players went ahead to miss lots of sitters into that game of football. So Leeds survived lots of times, and Rodrigo came in through and obviously scored one, but they couldn't find the equalizer. So it shows you that the farthest Man City are really going is the farthest they are going to find it hard to win games. Because if you tell Pep Guardiola what is the priority this season, I think it's the Champions League, but they would love to go ahead and really win what we call the treble, as won by Manchester United in 1999, because they are in the finale of the FA Cup with Manchester United. They are going to play Real Madrid in the semi-finals. That means they are one leg away. They are 2 games away from playing the finale of the Champions League, and they are leading the Premier League table by 1 point, and they have a game in hand. They win that game in hand, that will go to 85 points, and Arsenal will stay at 84. So it shows you that Arsenal will stay at 81. So they still have a lot to play for, and let's see how Pep Guardiola is going to go ahead and really bring on his team. Ederson Moraes, I think, is going to be in goal. That's no doubt. Kyle Walker is the player that go ahead and bring on, because Rico Lewis is a very good player, but with the pace of Vinicius Jr., I would love to be having to have Kyle Walker. And I think the reason as to why Real Madrid knocked out Man City was because of Kyle Walker not being present, especially in the first leg, because Man City came in through and really scored early, but no one could really go ahead and really stop Vinicius Jr. I remember Fernandinho was being played as the right back, and Fernandinho got past when Vinicius Jr. got past Fernandinho every time he got onto that half line. And remember, I think all the goals were scored by Vinicius Jr. and their beautiful counter-attacks coming in from the Brazilian. But I think Kyle Walker will at least do the needful and limit the damage coming in from the flying left forward of Real Madrid, known as Vinicius Jr., who is really in elite form this season. Then left back Nathan Ake pulled a muscle injury, and obviously it's going to be a Kanji being played onto the left back of Man City. And what does that mean? It obviously means that he's going to face Rodrigo. That's it. He's going to face Rodrigo, and I think I can close him down, because I saw him play left back when they are playing Man City, and really close down Bukayo Saka very well. And Kanji looks like he's a player who can play that entire back line. I've seen him play onto the left and right side of the central defense. I've seen him play as a right back and as a left back. He's so good because of his being so much press resistant and comfortable on the ball. Now, with the idea of blocking Vinicius Jr. again, I think the most active area, all part of the pitch of Real Madrid, is that left attacking side, meaning that you need to play Ruben Diaz next to Kyle Walker, because he can also match the pace of Karim Benzema and Vinicius Jr. Then get John Stones, play him onto the left side of the central defense, because there will be limited damage, according to me. And then the midfield just picks itself. Obviously, Rodri is supposed to be part of that. Then Kevin De Bruyne is another one that cannot be dropped, and Ilkay Gundogan, with his experience in the Champions League and having scored a brace against Leeds over the weekend, I think he's going to find himself in a position of playing the midfield 3. And that midfield, we have to tussle it out Toni Kroos, Valverde, and Luka Modric. That's how they are going to find themselves tussling it out for. So it's really going to be a highly contentious game in there for you, with the ambitions of Pep Guardiola to win the Champions League for the very first time for City. This is the biggest try of his life. I don't underestimate that those teams are going to play in the finale, either Inter Milan or AC Milan, are really not good. They are good, but all I can let you know is that I think Man City can easily go ahead and really beat AC Milan or Inter Milan than going past Real Madrid. Madrid is really the big hurdle they have into their way to go to the Champions League finale and lift it. Now, let's go to the forwards. We are going to see Riyad Mahrez or Bernardo Silva, but I think Riyad Mahrez will go on and really face Camavinga. And Camavinga is really another versatile player that Ancelotti has gone ahead to play at left back when Mendy is really out, and he has gone ahead to really play him that side. So it will be Riyad Mahrez versus Mendy. Then on the left, it's Jack Grealish versus Carvajal. Old, but he has been a very good player, and you expect loads of attacks coming in from Jack Grealish because this season has been so good for the Irish Brennan born, but he's playing for the England national team. That makes him an English international this time round. So we expect a very huge battle between Carvajal and Jack Grealish because the operation of Man City is really up to those levels of really stopping Real Madrid. And guess who's leading the line? The top scorer of the Champions League. That is Erling Haaland with 12 goals. And if at all there is anything that you should bet on, him scoring tomorrow. That central defense of Rudiger and this left-footed guy who plays for Australia. What's his name? What's your name? Alaba. You know, and Alaba is really going to be so much intense for a side known as Real Madrid. The attack is really going to be so hard, and they need to find themselves doing the needful. But one thing I've known about Pep Guardiola, that he has known to play ugly and win the game. He can go there, just capitalizes on the few chances they get. He scores like 2 or 3 goals and he packs the bus. I saw him play like that against Bayern Munich. I saw him play like that against Arsenal. So I won't be surprised if at all he really finds himself in a position of really playing like that. But my prediction, I think City will be happy if at all they get a loss that is like 2-1, 3-2, you know, that they can overturn at Etihad. At Etihad, I know Man City is going to beat Madrid badly. So what City have to go ahead and do is to really see to it that Madrid doesn't really tear them apart into a margin that they won't go ahead and really go past at Etihad. And I think that's going to be the plan of a team known as Man City. But even Madrid needs to lift themselves up. We know they are the kings of the Champions League. They've gone ahead to show it that each and every time they attack, they really look like they've gone ahead to be the winners. So let's wait and see how that happens. But I believe the best result Man City can get from there is a draw, and Real Madrid will beat them by 2-1. But I fancy Man City to knock out Real Madrid. But I won't be surprised if at all City beat Madrid at Santiago Bernabeu. You know why? Pep Guardiola has known or has learned to play ugly and win. That is something great. But never rule out Real Madrid. You never know what they're going to bring out on the day. They'll pack the bus, make it hard for City to play, all score, and then hit them on the break. Vinicius Jr., Karim Benzema, Rodrigo, and Luka Modric being so much pivotal into that system of Carlo Ancelotti. Being Carlo Ancelotti's last season at Real Madrid, I think he would love to lift this huge trophy. Having lifted the Copa del Rey, he would love to lift a double and obviously find himself in a position of being praised and hailed by the Madrid staff. So your thoughts onto that are welcome in the comment section below. Your predictions are too welcome. It's really going to be a huge one, and obviously tell me who do you think is going to go ahead and really come in through and obviously win. But Kevin De Bruyne is another player that Madrid midfield should put a huge eye on, because that guy is more than deadly. I sign out for now. See you later, and I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. Rokani Debryune remains my name. Good evening.